We have returned. Almost thought I was going to get the timing down wrong then. It will be the final map of this quarterfinals between fnatic and Na'Vi, and it's coming up on Mirage. Really, really exciting. It's called all three maps, and I mean, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. I think Na'Vi have got what it takes to win this one. What do you think?
I think so too. My only fear now is that when you're talking about teams, you always have to take it a grain of salt with Prac, etc. But you talk to teams that have pracked both of these guys on Mirage. They're both like, oh my God, they're really strong. Both of them.
All right.
Both of them are very strong on Mirage. You know, don't want to play either of them on Mirage. And so it seems like right now, actually, both of these teams are going to be in very good shape on this last map of this best of three. And so I find it difficult to believe that it's going to be like really close. It might just be this one-sided sort of affair where one team is never going to let go.
I mean, I think we've seen the economy having a big impact, right? So whoever gets to that T side, if they get like the first 7 rounds or something, it could be another one of those scenarios where the CT side never picks up, you know, enough rifles and enough equipment to win the game. But if not, I think if we get like a more even start where the CTs have money, who knows if it could be. We've had 16-6, 16-7 as the two scorelines here in the first maps, so somewhat one-sided, you could say. Definitely looked like fnatic knew what they were doing on Inferno, and Na'Vi just never let up on Overpass. That was even more ridiculous. That was a real beating. But now we've got to see how the all plays out on Mirage.
Where, I mean, we've seen strong T-sides for both of these teams. And you're right, controlling of the economy, fnatic, an old form basically on that CT Inferno. They just looked unstoppable. So whoever actually wins this knife round to start things off, we're going into the knife round now. It's going to be very interesting to see the decision made if you want to even just start T-side and just set the tone and say, right, we're the ones who are going to dictate how this is going to flow. Both of these teams are perfectly capable of it. I'm just glad that we've gone the distance. This is our 9th map of CS today, Anders. This is as good as it gets, and there's still one more best of 3 coming.
Oh, yes, indeed. CLG and Astralis, the last game of the day. That's going to be such a tough game for CLG. On the other hand, they have nothing to lose. You know, they've made it deep into the tournament, deeper than most teams. So let's see how it all plays out. Knife is coming up here. If you're just joining us, then go and invite your friends. Tell them to come watch. This could be maybe the best map of this series, I suspect. And we'll see how it starts off here. Knife round could be critical. I feel like the T sides have been strong all tournament long. And actually, did Guardian just stab Flamey?
This might come back to haunt them. We've seen some pretty sick knife plays so far. Now, there it is. JW doesn't waste any time with the fancy footwork. Gets right in there. And so there it is. They get to decide, and they will switch. Okay, then. So, fnatic want to start on that CT side.
Good choice or not.
Pressure on Na'Vi. That's the interesting thing. Teams differ. For a while there, when you had teams even starting on the opposite side, starting on T side, there's like, right, because we want to go into the favored side knowing how many rounds we need to pick up, right? How, like, where we are on the map. Here, fnatic are just basically saying, come at us, bro. Like, let's go. Let's dance, Grease Monkey.
I mean, out of some of the teams we've seen play Mirage so far, I feel like many of them have been spectacularly bad at playing aggressive on CT side. Like they've left it to a point in the game where it's so late that the fact that you're going to do it is going to be obvious, you know?
Sure.
And, you know, I wonder if fnatic are going to be ready to try and throw some interesting stuff in here. They are readying up right now. I hope you're all ready for this one. I mean, some really, really interesting games that are coming up. The first semifinals already been decided, and that'll be FaZe versus Hellraisers. That in itself could be quite explosive, because actually Hellraisers beat FaZe earlier in the group stage, so that could be a bit of a shocker. And then the other one is going to be between, well, either fnatic or Na'Vi, and then either Astralis or CLG.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, that's CLG, man. Both South American teams, both Brazilian teams knocked out. It's CLG waving the flag here in the playoffs for the guys across the pond who are tuning in.
Something to say still for...
And across both ponds, I guess, because you got Ricky.
Yeah, you've got that.
Australian player in the playoffs of a $250,000 tournament.
First one ever, I believe, to make it this far. I think someone on Reddit was pointing that out. Olaf making the jump, falling back onto the barrel. This is always dangerous. The wrong timing here, get him killed. He's trying to fall back. He's got no grenades to buy any kind of time. Flusher looking for the headshot. Olaf down and out. Flamey to get the kill, and that's a great smoke, but JW will take a headshot right away. Can he get more? He's trying to get in that window, and backup has been called for there. Now 4 versus 3. That's a monstrous grenade landing right on Na'Vi, but is it enough? JW Sneaks in another headshot, still a 3-on-3. Edward coming close here. He's stolen the USP, so he can definitely get those one taps in, but are they with the time for it? Seized alone up in apartments, 1-on-3, and they're already defusing the bomb. They've got him cornered, he gets one. The bomb actually off the defuse, and Crim's still gonna land the kill, and he will have the time. That was some smart thinking.
Yeah, the Hail Mary, exactly. Gonna definitely be asking for the HP on that one. But he survived with 22, and so it's just a tough break for Olaf. He gets full flashed. He eats that flash, and then just runs into the wall. So it's a free kill. There's no real fight put up, initially, right? If Olaf is alive when that rush is coming through, we're looking at a different situation. But the fact that he gets killed for free, I'm impressed that Fnatic are still able to retake off of that. How frustrating for Na'Vi.
Because that's the best stop possible. I mean, worst case for Na'Vi, Olaf is not even on the platform. He just sort of takes a quick jump and he knows they're there. And then, I mean, it's not even clear that they will push him at that point in time. Now, one flashbang for Seized, and you can see he's setting up on the other side. The other three members are in the palace, ready and waiting. So one flashbang against Crimson Dennis, I don't think it's going to make any difference. They're too far away, but this certainly will. Simple. Out of underpass.
Interesting. What are they thinking here? There was a moment's hesitation.
Well, now they've suddenly got a smoke and a UMP, so I can understand why they want to swap it around just a bit.
That changes everything. I wish that they'd stuck to the strategy, because Crimson Dennis, both stacked in CT, would have been very difficult for Na'Vi to pull a waterfall out of Palace and get that bomb planted. You're not going to plant Courtyard. JW is there to counter you. And then Crimson Dennis are there to stop you from planting for CT. But with the smoke on CT, different ball game.
But it looks like they're going to try and move their way over here. Dennis is already... He's actually walking around the corner with the flashbang primed. Don't ask me why. Simple with the smoke. Is he going to be able to put it down somewhere useful?
There it is. The HE goes out. Bluffed it, and now it's on Flush Up. First shot, straight on to Seize. No problem at all. Flusha keeping his cool. Will stay alive a little bit longer. Even picks up a third.
Guardian inside the smoke, and he gets the bomb plant. That's big news. Flusha got 4 with the... Well, some of them at the UAP at least, but that's a really good round. 2 kills and a bomb plant. Definitely not bad at all. And Simple, did he get one of them with the UMP? He's got 5,000, so it's a bit of a shame that he doesn't have just a bit more, so he could go for the for anything really. Guardian will go for the AWP, but no grenades.
That's very frustrating for Fnatic. 2 bomb plants. $1,600 extra going into Navi's pockets, and so all of a sudden you're looking at Guardian, Kevlar, AWP, full nades pretty much across the board for everybody else, all the AKs. This is a well-equipped Na'Vi. Scary prospect. We'll have to see. It's going to be very early mid-take actually here from Na'Vi, not wasting any time at all.
This is quick. JW already got tagged. He just tried to shoulder peek it, but got hit through Edward, missing the jump into the window. They're going to go anyway.
Oh, it's Seized. Again, Olafmeister going aggressive, and again he gets punished. Twice in a row. Na'Vi now have an opening towards that B site. And the bomb only just now getting picked up. Where do they elect to take it? Because they're up on short. But they have no pincer from B apartments.
I'm usually all for this CT aggression now. Flusha's going to follow up where Olafmeister was, so he's at least going to get some really good information on the other side of the map. But will it be enough for them to hold this A bomb side? I sort of doubt it. They're already flooding into it. Dennis will be dropped, and JW there, maybe just in time in jungle, but he gets taken out, and now everything rides on Crims. Flusha is trying to get there as fast as possible, but Crims has to do more before Flusha even gets there. Otherwise, the bomb is going to go down.
Oh, did he use the smoke on jungle or on connector? Oh, the bomb is getting planted. They are watching for it, and just in the nick of time, the bomb will get set. So it's Crims in a 1v2 retake. That was risky business. Not a comfortable situation at all for Na'Vi. Now they have the crossfire, they have the post plant, and it's on Crims to find the first shot. And sure enough, no! Edwards somehow gets that headshot. He had no HP, and yet still wins the duel.
Man, where was the communication between Flusha and Crims there? As soon as Flusha starts walking up out of the connector and is looking at both those people putting the bomb down, Crims was almost way back in CT spawn. He couldn't have done anything. Obviously, he didn't have any grenades, but if ever there was a time to run through the smoke, that probably is it.
Well, dire times here for Fnatic. They're going for the force buy, Anders. They're not going to look to play the long game here. They want to take the fight right back to Na'Vi, and with a bit of a different approach as well. They've got that mid-aggression set to roll out here. Dennis and Olafmeister definitely focused on underpass here quite a bit, and that's going to be C's territory. C's only just now making his way down below.
I love it. This is really good stuff because Flusher was watching top mid. Now they're going to go and peek Seized, and they do get a bit of damage. Unable to follow it up just yet, and they're just a bit too hesitant there. Still, I think the idea is a great one, but now they might be pushing it too far. Olafmeister are going to be walking in on the other side, and that's an easy kill for Seized, and he had backup as well.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point he's sacked.
Yeah.
Because there's no backing off for Olaf. It's forward. You have to find the kill on Seized or die trying. And, well, you all see what happened to him. JW still alive on B site, though. Sets up the flash. He has a chance. Looking for that one dig, and he's not going to get it. Does get the tag on Simple, but that's not going to be good enough. Flusher, however, will be there to get a headshot.
One with a scout. A lot more required if they want a chance to win this round. Flick coming through. Dennis. 8 health left on him. That's just not really enough to have much of an impact. The bomb is down. And Seized on the other side's got 1 health, so they put him out in apartments. That makes sense.
Both of them tagged, though. This is definitely scary. Dennis has got that 5-7, but Crims with an M4. Can't find the kill. There it is. Sure enough, Crims instant headshot on Guardian as he goes for the peek towards Kitchen. And it's Flamey and Seized alive. 2 quick kills for them. Crims still in it, though. 2 kills now for him. And it's on Seized with 1 HP to save the day here for Na'Vi.
Crims, he doesn't have a kit. It's a 10-second defuse. And Seized seems to know it now. Crims has got no chance. He has to walk away. I mean, how is he going to stay on it for 10 seconds? Just slowly backing off, and it will be Na'Vi winning the round and equalizing to a 2-2 scoreline. Seized goes up with the bomb. His dedication to the cause 100%.
You guys are going to see, I think Seized literally closed his eyes there and was keeping like a mental count on how many seconds it would take for him to get that defuse in if he had it. That's unreal.
Man.
2-2 though. And the gamble, it doesn't pay off for Fnatic in the end. I mean, they inflict serious economic damage to Na'Vi, but they will not collect the round.
Yeah, you've got to say, and I mean, they had that 2-man stack towards underpass when they caught Seized in the middle of it. I think they could have probably won that fight against him. It might have been a different round, but not this time. Again in underpass, oh, sorry, not in underpass, towards Catwalk. It's Flusher sneaking around, and Crims is the only M4 that they saved. He's very defensive with it. This is exactly the round where I would take that somewhere. Go look for a fight.
I'm just impressed with how lethal Crims is. Like Inferno, many rounds where he's shown and he just did massive damage to Na'Vi. Now here in this round again, he doesn't pull off the clutch, but he makes it so close. You just don't want to peek into this guy right now.
3 men on the A bomb site at the moment for Fnatic. Simple holding that apartment angle with the AK, so shouldn't be easy at all. If they had a flash, sure, but nothing of the kind on the Fnatic team. And now they're rotating the bomb on in. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. It is going to be the full smoke execute. Why not? You have nade superiority. You have the Molotovs necessary to clear out all the tricky angles as well. So there shouldn't be much of a chance here for Fnatic to hold the line. Dennis takes a bullet to the face, and sure enough, Guardian with 2 entry frags onto the A site. Simple will pick up a piece of the action as well. And it's on Flusher.
Jesus.
Get out.
They wanted to make absolutely sure he was dead.
There was no easy way out of that one. But now we have the buy coming in from Fnatic, Anders. And do you think we're going to see more mid-aggression coming in from Fnatic? That's what I'm curious about. You did it in a force. Fair enough. Are you going to go for it with the rifle round?
Well, so in that force, they actually had the scout from Flusher to look over the top mid. Now they have M4s, so I would be less of a fan of it if they did it this time. Just because I think it is a cool idea to have 2 mid and 1 guy covering from window. That's usually a good idea. But if it's just 3 men running middle, that can turn ugly. It looks like maybe now they're going to try and change the pace. They're flashing their way through the smoke, and Flusher's going to be turning around and down on Catwalk. And on the bomb site itself, Olafmeister finding a kill. Flusher with a headshot as well. Goes for the kill on Seized, but he's out-timed by just a second. So it's a 3-on-3 here for the retake.
Just got nades sailing in every which way right now. Seized is on point, though. Turns away. He's not blind. Blind, rather. And so it's a 3-on-3 retake scenario, and Fnatic, it looks like they want to commit to this. They still have some time to work with. No kits, they have to go quick, and Dennis is sure enough going to find the first kill.
JW, this retake is working wonderfully now. It's all on Simple. And he's fallen just a bit back inside the smoke. They tapped the bomb once. He's going to be coming out, looking at Dennis. He actually misses the shot, and JW will take him down. That's a bit much. No kit either. So if he had got that one kill on Dennis and they had spent an extra couple of seconds, could have turned ugly for the Fnatic team. As it were, they are going to be able to defuse the bomb. And it will tie up the scoreline at 3-3.
And Olafmeister on the board.
Oh, yeah.
No secret agent for him. That's good. Definitely the kind of guy you want to see having an impact over here on this B site. Especially if Na'Vi are going to keep visiting it. We're seeing quite a focus out of Na'Vi on that B site right now, at least at the beginning of this half. We're into the 7th round now.
Yeah, and it makes sense as well for Na'Vi to keep doing that early on when they know Fnatic's economy is really bad, because they're not going to be running into a sea of fire over there. You know, all of those regular grenades you normally use to stop that with, they just haven't had them. Now they finally do, so maybe Na'Vi will try and change the tune a bit. They also have Guardian on the AWP, and Fnatic, they haven't had one yet.
There's the change. And Guardian now making his way up to top mid. Okay, so it's going to be, once again, mid control here. Seized coming in from underpass. Edward and Guardian to clear out the top. And in the meantime, Flamey and Simple lurking around in Pit and Palace for A. So this does make you think that this is where they want to wind up. That's the end goal.
Certainly getting a lot of mid control for it. This can be hard once it's going to be time for the crunch. Grim's probably going to get smoked off once that happens. And, well, that's an opening. Simple and Flamey picking up one kill each. The bomb is all the way back, so they can't even really move quickly on it. Olafmeister also goes down, so I guess it's time to get packing if you're Fnatic. Not much left to do here. That's, well,
oh, man.
My God.
They're warmed up at this point, man. There's not a shred of mercy left in Na'Vi, but Flusha will find one kill. Still, 1v4 for him. And unfortunately for him, he turns away from Simple just as Simple gets out of Palace. Bomb, doesn't matter if it's planted now, but there will be the tactical timeout called by Fnatic because their economy is in disarray.
I mean, that's just a hard round to analyze because the initial setup is so good for Na'Vi, and you can tell that was one of those rounds where Fnatic had not that much mid-emphasis, so they just get all the mid-control. That's one thing, but you still think maybe Fnatic could win some of the duels. They lose all of them, so not much you can say. Just have to think. Hopefully next time that's not going to be the case.
And they push at the same time as well. Flamey and Simple, it's like coordinated between the two of them. You still have their teammates who are working short, looking to connector in mid, right? They're not really in any place to start pushing onto A to support anything. No, those guys just walk up and get headshots everywhere. We're okay then, fair enough, if that's how it's going to be. Fnatic just have to kind of shake their heads and move on with it.
There is another kind of mid control that you can try for. I mean, we've talked a lot about the sort of pushing top mid or looking into underpass. You can just go for one where you have a guy in window, one cat, one connector.
Right.
And then you sort of lure them in a bit, just enough so that when they're deep enough into middle, you all peak. You sort of all go for the fight and you hope you come out on top.
Right.
It's another opportunity that they maybe could try and take. Obviously not necessarily in this round, but later on.
You're not going to catch Simple sleeping. It's chased out of there.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look back because you just don't look back at explosions, Anders.
True.
But Olafmeister.
Put on the shades as you walk away.
Damn straight.
I can't find any shades that will fit my head somewhere. It's not possible.
Lies. I've seen you wear shades before.
Yeah, and it looks horrible, doesn't it? All of Dennis and Flusher are at the B site. They've got the right idea, and JW does too. He's sneaking into T spawn at the moment. I wish I could say I thought it made a difference, but I just doubt it.
Simple's aim. As I say that, though, Dennis, with the deagle, finds a headshot.
They're taking that bomb underpass, so all of this work from JW and everybody else, maybe he could get the kill here, but Guardian sort of sees it coming. Not quick enough, though, and JW will take him down. It looked like he was about to actually check that corner. Still, even in a 4-on-3, they just don't really have the health now. 4-on-2.
Hey, guys, let's do the best we can to try and throw this round away. How does that sound? Great.
Oh, God, the shot raining through, and somehow Edward goes down. How will Na'Vi letting go of this round? Now it's all on Flamey. He's 1-on-4, and he's going to make it 1-on-3. They don't have a kid right now. He goes for a bit more with the UMP. They're so low on health. One bullet each for Dennis and JW is going to be enough, but right now he's not finding it. They need to defuse, and there's Dennis with a kill. Oh my god, what a ridiculous round. Everyone's so tagged up, and yet fnatic managed to get in there and get the defuse.
Yeah, you can see it there. JW, a bit of the shake of the head, really, because that round just is nonsensical. It's
If Na'Vi lose this quarterfinals, that one round is going to be on their mind for a very long time.
It's going to haunt them. That was an eco round. Flusha bought Kevlar and a Deagle. They only had pistols, Anders.
But even more ridiculously, I mean, you could sort of forgive yourself for losing it if it comes down to JW with a master flank at the right time and gets a double kill. But they actually went through underpass at the perfect time. They escaped all of that nonsense. Okay, they lost Guardian, that's a shame, but they can still win the round easily.
But then the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
Luckily for them, it doesn't spell disaster immediately. They still have money.
Wow, that's not a shot that Guardian usually misses. And JW with a quick flick to take him down. I think maybe even Edward saw the gun barrel from JW, so I think he might have actually known that someone was there. It looked for a minute like it. Oh, Crims, very close. He knows Edward is there somewhere. But they don't need to be aggressive any longer on fnatic's side, so smart move falling back.
Exactly. No need to risk it. You could try and go for the BDP, but instead, just fall back, bolster that defense on the A site. Maintain the lockdown because you still have so many grenades to work with. Minute left on this clock. And the smoke just now going out. That was the last smoke that fnatic had to put into play here. But they still have so many flashes and HEs. I mean, how does Crims get caught there? He gets caught in connector. Edward with the big kill to bring it back Navi's way.
Especially because that draws all the attention in. Flusha is sneaking in. All of that grenade is going to go way too wide. Flusha's down. All of next. The running headshot from Seized. They get the refrag on Edward, but the B bomb side has been lost. And fnatic, they don't really have the money to go for this. They've got to save these two rifles. Otherwise, they can't buy the next round.
There's the shot as well. They're watching on window. Flamey not going to go for the peek just yet. And everybody on Na'Vi, they just need to sit and wait. I knew that if I said that, Simple would go for the peek, and so, you know, it's just speeding things along, Anders. Just speeding things along.
Baiting him into it, all right. But JW going to make his escape with the AWP, but looking at the scoreboard, it's $150 for Crims, it's $700 for Olof. Now, everyone else on the team can buy, and that's why they needed the two rifles. If I were fnatic, I probably still would try and buy in this upcoming round, just because it's entirely possible you could still have a big impact, you know. Three M4s, one AWP saved, and then someone's going to have to do with a Deagle or something. Tactical timeout being called here for Na'Vi in spite of winning the round. But that makes it 5-4. This is a very even game right now. The only problem is this kind of pattern does not do good things to fnatic's economy.
No, exactly. But I'm glad that Na'Vi call for it, because this is where you can take off. If you ruin fnatic here in this round, JW has enough money to drop a rifle or two UMPs even to his teammates. You can get a pretty decent buy going if you're on fnatic's side. This is where you can turn it all around and crush fnatic's hopes, because they're spending all of their money this round, fnatic. Na'Vi, though, they don't have much bank either, so this is going to be one of those key pivotal rounds here, Anders, in the half. 5-4, Na'Vi in the lead, but a real chance for them to run away with this.
Well, look at fnatic. They've gone balls deep, haven't they, Semmler? It's double AWP. I was going to say they could have gone for sort of a light buy, maybe even could have dropped a UMP for someone instead, but nope. Straight into the double AWP setup. JW and Dennis, it'll be interesting to see if they can have a big impact here. Looks like a fairly quick A take. JW holding somewhere far back towards CT spawn. Are they going to be able to smoke him off? Actually, that smoke fails. I think there's a gap on the side of it. It looked like it went a little bit too far to the one side. But instead, JW going to be up on the ticket booth, and they re-smoke it with another one. So quite a lot of commitment towards CT spawn. Guardian taking a bit of damage, and they almost line up. In fact, Flush are going to get a team kill on Olof, but they also took down Flamey. Now Edward panic sprays. He's being shot right through the wall. Seized, able to take care of Flusher, and following up on Crims.
Whoa, Seized, where's this coming from? The big entry kill last round, the two key kills to make the difference for your team here. Now that bomb can get planted, they have control of Courtyard.
Oh my God! JW That had to be the one pixel to take down Guardian. How can it be real? Now everything is on the line here. 2 versus 2, and JW giving away that advantage, jumping right into Simple's AK. Dennis creeping close with the AWP. He's going to be going down. Simple to save the round, but that shot, the problem is the angle.
Yeah.
If he plants in front of the box, the thickness of that box is much less. That's almost ridiculous.
If we're ever going to get a replay, please let us get a replay of that one right there, because that was slick. All right, this also deserved it, though. These are the 2 big kills from Seized.
Look at the angle. It's just diagonally across 2 boxes. I'm shocked.
That's unreal. But despite that, this means that we've got 6 rounds T-side here for Na'Vi. They've reestablished their economy, and it's going to be on Fnatic now to make some magic happen. They did it once with a near hard eco. This one's pretty. This one's dire though. USPs pretty much across the board. Crims with P250. It's the best that they've got to offer. How incredibly frustrating for Fnatic, though, that in the last round they make the correct call as far as the setup is concerned. They do so much damage to Na'Vi as they try and push out onto the site. They get the kill lead, and yet they still can't pull it through.
Yeah, a lot of props to Na'Vi for actually waiting for Seas to get that opening in middle. That's not bad at all. Edward lining up a couple of them, and Simple to close it out with a triple. That was very fast once it got going. 7-4 here is the scoreline moving into the 13th round. See what can happen. What can we get out of the Fnatic team here? 12th round, sorry. JW does have the AWP, but no armor.
And everybody else, they aren't looking too healthy either. Flusher going for the UMP so that he can afford a kit and an incendiary.
Is he going to... Oh, I was going to say. I wouldn't want JW to go window without the armor. I think that's risky.
Yeah, especially because Caesar's been throwing HEs into window. Sure enough, there's one, right? So, I mean, that would have definitely come back to haunt them, but they're going for a very quick play up short here, Na'Vi. Now they've got ladder room to work with. Olofmeister and Connector. He goes for the peek. He's going to get spotted, but Edward turns around. Doesn't make it out intact.
All right. Edward with the parkour into window as well. If they had continued around the corner into B, they would have run right into JW and Flusher. That could have worked out good for Fnatic. Now they need to make up their minds. Flusher's gone down. JW alone, a lot of targets. Flick misses, and now he's being closed in on. He gets the 1 kill, but any second now trying to make it out. The Guardian going to catch him. Crims just scattering with the M4, trying to save that.
Yeah, back off. The thing is that Na'Vi have every reason to hunt him. They do have the economy. They can afford to rebuy. No problem at all in the next round. So sacrifice a couple of players. See if you can't get that M4. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of Guardian being alone, but then again, Seized is about to cut him off in Palace, and so this should be it. He's about to get sandwiched in here, Crims.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to live through this round. He does see the shadow at least, but Seized, they're definitely on point this game. He's got 9 kills at the moment. Top of the scoreboard, though, is Simple. And Edward actually right behind at 11 kills, which is tied with JW on the other team. That gives you a picture. It's still disturbing to see Olof at 2 kills, Dennis at 5. Needs more than that. I don't know if I should be laughing or not, but I think I recognize the meme.
The meme is there.
Gotta stay on top of your memes, Semmler. It's like a daily chore at this point. Just go and, you know, find out, are there any new memes that I need to know? All right.
Is it worth the effort?
Of course it is. How can you ask that?
Obviously.
Memes are the new currency.
Well,
I don't know if memes are going to win Fnatic this game, though. They're going to have to go really deep on that one. 3 Deagles at the moment. 157, 1 C-set, 75, and a couple of flashbangs. They are sort of grouped up towards the middle, so they could try and flash their way in, but we can tell on the minimap that it will be instead. And another A-take here. Crims, first point of contact.
They have gone for this in the past. That shadow, though, is going to give Guardian away. Nicely timed shot there from Crims just to do a little bit of damage to the AWP. But this, I mean, this is what Na'Vi want to go for. They've rinsed and repeated this, and it got so close last time.
It's been too long since we've had a real sort of deagle round. Maybe this could be it. Dennis will pick up 1 kill, and there's JW with the body shot to Edward to take him down, but it's just not enough at this point in time. There's Olaf with a CSET 75. That's a nice catch. Simple down before he hits the ground. Flusher getting a headshot as well. And now it's a 2-on-2, 30 seconds. The bomb is right in front. Flusher, can he get another one? No, he's going to miss the chance. And Olaf Meister sneaking into middle. He's just got 18 bullets here. Does tap away and drop Guardian. And now it's a 1-on-1. Flamey versus Olaf. This would be a huge round for Fnatic if they could somehow pick it up. They've had a very rough first half. There's the flashbang. Flamey trying for the bomb plant. And Olaf coming in from the other side, but he actually stops the plant for a moment. That could be lethal now. Olaf can sneak even closer. He fakes it again, and Olaf is not buying it. Now there's only 4 seconds, and he's going to be finally able to get the bomb down. Olaf, very patient. Maybe too much. Oh my god! Olaf Meister! Ice cold. Before this round, he had 2 kills. And then he saves it with a triple CSET 75. Ridiculous.
It's all about the quality of the frags, Anders. It's all about the quality of the kills. Olaf Meister with 3 huge frags. The clutch to keep his team in the run here. 5 rounds now for Fnatic. 2 rounds left in this half. And, well, obviously, it's imperative that Fnatic pick up the remaining 2. Olaf has given him a chance.
A really, really big chance.
Hashtag grill.
They were See, this is the problem, Semmler. I feel like, you know when you can't see Twitch chat, but it still plays in your mind?
I see
you know
it.
You've gone too deep at that point.
It's like the Matrix, man. You know, all I'm seeing is, the grill. Hashtag grill, 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 grill.
Yeah, the audience knows. 14th round. I think the difference that it's made for Fnatic, if they can win this round and the next one, then actually Olaf, in spite of only having 5 kills, could have been the main contributor to keeping them in the game. Because I think otherwise they would have been swept for this first half.
Absolutely.
Like 11-4 type sweep.
That's the second time now for Na'Vi. And so if you're Na'Vi at this point, you got to be fairly annoyed that you're allowing Fnatic to get back into rounds that they really shouldn't. These anti-egos are so close.
Look at Seized on this grenade. I've played around with this. No, it's probably going to land towards connector, isn't it? It's not far enough to go the other way. You can throw grenades. No, it does land all the way over on the other side.
Wow, it blocks it off neat.
Yeah, it's so hard to do. I've tried it so many times, but it is possible. So massive amount of homework going into that one. It doesn't seem like much, but I can guarantee you that's a lot of hours to be able to throw that perfectly. Flusher down on the B-bomb side, very much alone. Lonesome for backup as well. Getting shot right in his back. Seas will take him out now. 3 versus 5. Made that 2 versus 5. Olaf and Crims retaking here in the 14th round. And Crims gets 1. If he can get the next 2 kills quick, maybe he could actually defuse before they get there, but it's taking his time.
It's taking a bit too long. Guardian has played this well. Not going for the hunt. Instead just holds behind the pillar, forces Crims to come to him, and that's just not going to work in the end. Crims is boxed in, no way out. And there it is, sure enough. Guardian. Big kills from Guardian in the round again. And, I mean, Anders, are you saying that, Seized is a pro? Almost as if he can do really hard nades on stage, live? Tournament life on the line, right?
I mean, the thing is, there are so many players that don't want to spend the time doing it. So they'll learn all the basic grenades, but this, I would say, is sort of a more advanced level, if you wanted to say that. It takes so much time to be able to remember all of them. So I think there are not necessarily that many pros that are in that level that can do that.
That are willing.
Nor willing, no. Edward being pushed forward. I think he was getting shot a bit over from the A-bomb side, in fact. Lining up for Flusher. 2 big kills with the CZ 75. 3 bullets left, but taking over is Olaf Meister. The CZ 75 train on catwalk. Working out very well, and Simple goes down. Stealing the AWP there. With Olaf Meister. Another round that Fnatic should never have been winning.
I don't even know anymore. That's not how it works, Seized. It's a good idea. Points for trying.
Yes.
And you're going to hear the smoke sound, and now it's a matter of, like, where did it go? Where is he? That Molotov on short, though, that will make the difference. So now they know. Bomb planted on B, and they have all 3 points. No. What is Crim's going to go for? They're going to double up on short. They already have Olafmeister looking towards B apartments.
He's trapped in this corner. It would be heartbreaking if Fnatic can't win this. They've done so much, and there it is, the headshot. Flusher coming in with a triple, and that will be the round 6-9 in favor of Na'Vi. It's still a very good first half. They should still be very proud of what they've done, but the fact is, it could have been 11-4 in their favor. It could have been way worse for Fnatic. We still have a game on our hands, and I mean, the rest of Fnatic have to wake up. Flusher's doing a good job. JW's doing a good job. Everybody else has to step it up here.
And now they know just what they need to achieve here after the break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. They've done it again, haven't they? It is the second half coming up, the final half coming in here of this quarterfinals. We need to find a winner that can move on into the semifinals. It's going to be either Na'Vi or Fnatic. At this point, Na'Vi with a 3-round lead, 9-6 over Fnatic. I don't think this is done yet. I still think this can go either way, but you've got to give it to Na'Vi. They have been playing a really, really hard quarterfinal so far.
No, it's tip for tat here, Anders. This is definitely possible for Fnatic. You win that pistol round, boom, you're tied up, and all of a sudden we've got a game on our hands. It's up to Na'Vi here to show true resilience and pick up the pistol on the CT side to start strong. And so now we see what we have in store for us here. We've got 2 smokes in play, and once again, Olafmeister, the beast. He's got that Tech 9 Kevlar combo. Double Tech 9. Dennis has got it as well.
Man, how is Edward going to be able to stop this? I mean, he's a master of the pistol, but still, that's a lot to ask for. Flusher making a bit of noise over on the other side. That's Elite keeping Guardian there. Edward finding one, finding a second headshot. That's so big. Now JW walking right into a grenade, and the Tech 9s have been nullified. Edward, so important.
That's one way to handle it. It's actually a pretty effective way. Get the Tech 9s. You want Tech 9s? Sure. You don't have helmets. I have a USP and a dream. Man advantage for Na'Vi. And well, now it's a question of figuring out where Fnatic are going to rotate to, and it looks like Flusha has been spotted at top mid. A little bit of an exchange. Bomb is making its way underpass, though, and it will be the push-up connector into A site.
They don't have any smokes to get through connector, so they're going to get, if they get crossfired here from A site and Catwalk, that's going to be the end. Simple, landing a great headshot, and there's Flamey coming in with one on JW, and that's why you needed the smokes to begin with. Otherwise, how are you going to get out now? It's just Flusher in the middle, taking a long and painful fight against Guardian. Ends up going down to Simple, who's actually the one who ends up with a double at the end of that one. So 21 kills on Simple. He's had a really good quarterfinals and a good tournament in general. Absolutely.
He seems to be that rock right now for Na'Vi that they can count on turning up map after map. After that, it gets a little shaky. I mean, Guardian has been very strong most of this tournament long, and they just happen to line up. There was like even a collateral headshot there for a second, looked like on Dennis. That's brutal. But regardless, double digits now for Na'Vi. 10 rounds on the board on the CT side. 3 UMPs, 2 rifles, and obviously the force buy coming out here from fnatic. They're desperate. They're gasping. And so far, they've had pretty good luck with pistols against Na'Vi. So we'll see. Can they keep the magic happening? Sure enough.
Say it here. It pops up there, Semmler. Flamey looking just over the smoke, wondering, is there still anyone in there? In fact, he's going to go and check it, isn't he? With the HE grenade. But yeah, that's actually what worries me. You know, it's great that fnatic are still in the game and all, but it feels like if they lose even some of these pistol rounds, like some of these force rounds, they don't even have a chance. So they need more than that. They need more than just the odd weird round. JW close against Flamey, and it's happening all over again. Can someone put an end to the madness? Maybe Edward is going to be able to take down JW at least, but he's still got a lot of work to do. And there's a headshot on Dennis to start it off. Olofmeister to go down, seized, doing his part in returning us to reality. flusha the last one. Tech9 though, and they don't have that much health. This is very winnable for flusha.
Absolutely. With the Tech9, he can certainly pull this off. Edward has rotated around a jungle, and this is all about Edward being patient. All about Edward being patient. No need to take a fight. Wait for Seized to get into position and actually support you. Because now they can come from 2 different angles. Seized just making his way down to pit, and they've lost track of flusha.
But he can't stop the bomb from being defused from this position. I'm not sure if flusha has thought this all the way through. Gonna walk right into that flashbang. They're not actually defusing yet. He's gonna pick up the 1-kill. Sprays on through. It's so close for flusha. Nearly takes down Edward, and he's gonna shoulder peek it again. flusha's playing a hard game right now. Edward decides, you know what, I'm just gonna try and hold this down. And look, he has to find 2 running out. No, he gets the shot, but not in time. Na'Vi gonna get the defuse. Edward holding it in. And that was the problem all along, wasn't it? I'm not even sure if he couldn't have just shot through the box then.
It looked like it, didn't it? Yeah, that's brutal.
Jumpy, look at the...
He's not happy. None of them are.
Oh, man.
That's just a cruel twist of fate there, Anders. That's what can happen sometimes.
What is the timing between flusha getting that kill and the defuse happening? Just down to what, a nanosecond?
Like, look at this. He's coming around the corner. 2. It's just... split second. The breath of relief, the inhale you were holding.
Yeah, if someone could match that up with Edward's earlier facial expression on Inferno, maybe we could get like a good little sample of GIFs for Edward's own reaction GIFs.
That's still one of my favorite reactions I think I've seen so far. The what?
What? Standard smoke. Gonna make its way over. Classic trio of smokes, in fact. fnatic desperate to pick up a round here, but Flamey and Guardian say, hell no.
Oh.
Simple even, tapping away at the end of the spray. How do you go from full spray into tapping and still make it work? I'm not sure. Dennis and Crims are left here in the crowd. They love it. They know they're about to have their team enter the semifinals.
Ah, there we go, Dennis. That's one way to do it. 2v4 now. Crims with the Tech-9, Dennis with the AK, neither of them with nades. So we need more of that, Dennis, if your team are going to stand a chance here in this round. 30 seconds left on the clock. Bomb looking to make its way out from Palace. Dennis needs to create some space here for his teammates. He's got a gap. That's an imperfect smoke. Can he take advantage of it? Yes, he can. Only problem is he dies trying.
Guardian too quick. Up on the ticket booth. 12-6. fnatic has been a lot of forces, and flusha does have enough to drop pistols for a couple of people. So, in fact, he's going to go Tech-9 armor and a lot of grenades. Maybe he can pave the way into a bomb site.
I'm quite surprised to see this reserve coming in from fnatic. The fact that they aren't fully going for it. You could have had a hero AK or even an AWP drop from flusha. Instead, they're going to allow Na'Vi to get up to 13. I mean, still, fnatic, pistols, anything is possible. You can also eat an HE.
That was a lot of damage being done, but nice return. Flamey in a world of trouble. Tries to fight his way out with the AK, and he at least gets one of them. 3 on 3. I'm not hallucinating when I say that they've won most of their rounds by pistol, am I? Flusher gets another one. It just seems like they do way better. Deagle, C-Set, and Tech9, that's the go-to.
It certainly does feel like it, doesn't it? This is obscene. Go for the aggression and then just get caught out in mid. And so now it is Edward and Simple working together, but they're so far apart. Edward solo B, Simple solo A. At least Simple trying to make a play for information. He's looking into Palace now, but he's going to be so far away when Fnatic decide to pull the trigger. And Olaf has got the angle with the AWP. Or no, never mind, AK. Flush has got the op. Force a habit, boys, force a habit.
It works just as well when you shoot people in the face, doesn't it?
Fair enough.
Simple. Unless they walk right into him, this should not be a round that he can really win. Flusher is scouting that side of the map. There's no way for them to know if he's here or there, but it seems like they got the right idea and going to be sandwiching in on the B-bomb side, and they got the time for it, so well done, Fnatic. Keeping the game alive for themselves. I feel like it's ridiculous. I mean, it is sort of a throwback. There were two teams that were historically ridiculously good at this, and one of them was Fnatic, the other was obviously the Frenchman. So
LDLC at the time.
Yeah.
Then became Envy. Now the core of G2.
Well, so if it was a full return to sort of the really ridiculous levels of this pistol meta, it would mean that Fnatic would win a round like this and then win the whole game.
Yep.
That's what always happened. Even when people were far ahead, they just get that one round in, and then everything fell apart. I feel like most other teams have matured beyond that point. You know, they don't necessarily crumble against it. But that would be the full return, wouldn't it?
Either or, it's fun. It's fun to see. I mean, well, hell, we were seeing a bit of that earlier this morning from the likes of G2 versus FaZe. The number of pistol sorts of scenarios is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really feels like both of these teams now, they're coming back into their own, and well, this was definitely one of their calling cards, just wrecking you on eco rounds. 7-12. Fnatic, they save an AWP, 2 AKs, well, 1 AK and M4. And in the meantime, over on Navi's side of things, it's going to be Simple with the M4 and a round of eco staring at him. No reason to go for a force here. Play the long game. Yeah, that's the C's close window. You can see why he wants to get up there with the shotgun, maybe peek into mid, but Fnatic one step ahead in that scenario.
Good stuff for JW. Just got to hold on to it here. Make it 8-12. Keep the economy flowing and deny it for Navi. They are stacked up towards the middle still. A lot of them in the ladder room, it seems. Climbing all over the place.
Trying to set traps, trying to play off a Simple, it looks like, who has that M4 in ladder room. The bomb making its way through underpass towards that B apartments.
Not the M4, Semmler. The Howl. There's a difference.
Stop. Just, all right, so. Crims, there's just howls all over the place then.
Yes, indeed. Edward trying to see if he can recover it. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's fallen back. Can he actually get it?
He must be able to.
He's...
Take advantage of the smoke.
Do like a MacGyver and use your belt to try and sort of lure it out. Just do something, anything. Get the M4 back.
Oh, boy. Are you kidding? They're sacrificing the M4 Anders. That's it. It's a howl.
Can't believe
There's more of a squeak.
Oh, well. Pistol works as well. Picks up the AK. Does get a bit of grenade shrapnel on him. And Flusher will take that kill on Flamey. Edward and Seized are both going to make their way out. Deciding it's not worth it. Probably the safe choice. Still very sad that Howl got lost back there.
I'm not. It's an A4. If he did like a Howl M4 A1 silenced, I would be all over it. I would have the Howl for days. A4 though, really?
It's the best,
really,
isn't
Anders?
it? It's the best.
You just like it because you can spray and pray. You have 10 more bullets.
I literally just, I like it because I have the skin. That's the difference for me. All about the skins. 8-12 here, favoring Navi still. And a pause has been called. Not sure if it's tactical or technical right now, but regardless, somehow Fnatic are still in the game. It really feels to me like Navi, when it's sort of even rifles versus rifles, and actually Crims went down at the end there. But yeah, even when it's rifles versus rifles, it seems like Navi just have a better game. But then all of the rounds that Fnatic are supposed to be losing, where they get, you know, sort of knocked straight into double eco and they probably lose the game, then they win them with C's heads and just they sort of come back and stay alive anyway. It's kind of madness. Fnatic go home. It's a bit mean, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I guess Fnatic, that's like fueling them, actually. If they see that, they're like, right, okay, I guess we got to wreck Na'Vi even harder now.
Yeah, I like it. I've never understood why people complain about this on social media. That, oh, the crowd is booing the other team. Like, yeah, in this and every other sport.
All right.
That's what it means to be the away team.
No, but everybody loves everybody, Anders.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. I like it. The crowd should be cheering for their team.
Oh, my God. Grills!
The camera operator is certainly on point. He's got it figured out.
So
21st round here, and the timeout has been cancelled.
there was a time, though, when Fnatic, I think that they're recovering now, obviously. Olofmeister, one of the biggest stars in CS. They've probably gotten over that hurdle. But that time when they were just the most despised team in CS, hands down, flat out.
Yeah, for no apparent reason.
And they were getting booed. They were getting whistled at. There was just everything short of throwing stuff at them on the stage. And yet that was one of their most dominant periods where they just steamrolled. So contrary to what you think, Fnatic, they almost thrive in that situation.
Yeah, they channeled it. No, but I mean, I'm glad we've at least moved past that as a community. That level of ridiculousness has come to an end, it seems.
That was hard. That was a hardcore scenario.
21st round here. AWP on Guardian and one on JW as well. Grouping up towards the A side, that wallbang almost connecting. And you actually can shoot through the little increase in the wall there. The top of the wall, you can shoot through that and headshot people that are down by the truck. That's perfectly possible, but no one ever does it.
No, I'm kind of wondering what the hell happened with C's there for a second. It almost looked like he bumped his mouse, or like his mouse stopped working, so he just was running in a straight line facing the same thing. Looks like he's good. He's good again now. That was a little bit weird. 45 seconds left on the clock, though, so it's about to get weirder because Fnatic have to make a play without a whole lot of time to do it. Yeah. They have the mid control at least, and they've put Olofmeister in Palace once again.
I was going to say, Flamey goes down in window here. The last two players on that A bomb side aren't going to be too happy. Flamey needs desperately to stay alive. Flashbang out, smoke is in. 28 seconds. My God, Fnatic, this is going to be right down to the edge. Once we get going here, they can't stop. They have to keep going. 20 seconds, Fnatic. This is way too close. Now, finally, the Swedish team going to make their way on. They open up on Flamey. That's a strong start. Refrag comes in. Simple with two great headshots. A third one. Simple still 9 bullets, but he can't make it work. And they also took down Guardian and CT Spawn. So now the bomb going to be planted with 6 seconds left. Can they stop it? Flusher getting a headshot. Taking down Edward. And now Seized up behind the box. Can he get the kill? He's by jungle at the moment. He's got them both sandwiched in. He's got to pick up one. And now JW hiding inside. Deagle swaps out for the M4 there instead of the AWP. And now Seized with a high ground advantage, trying to see if he can locate him somewhere. He knows where he is, turns around for a JW. Just waiting for that bomb. His face showing not quite enough in time. And Seized sneaking around, even jumping JW. Such a long fight, and the bomb is ticking, and there's the shot coming through. Seized getting the double and winning the round, making it 13 for Na'Vi.
It's my turn to breathe again here. What a tense situation. That's incredible. Boom. Ah, man, and Simple, again, it's the star power making all the difference. Flamey got wiped out. You're thinking this is it. You're correct in pointing that out. If Flamey goes down, the guys are pinned on the site. They have nowhere to go. It's get the kills or die. And sure enough, Simple's there to deliver. What a shot from Flusher, though, on Edward. That is not easy to do.
Man, see the deep breaths that are being drawn here from Na'Vi. They realize that Fnatic is a tough opponent as well. And that was down to a one-on-one. Very patiently played by Seized. There was really no panic, no fear being shown in his movement there. He just had that unlock. Oh, JW taking down Flamey. That's one way to get started. Still alive, our Fnatic.
Once again, the man advantage for the Swedes. Now this is going to decide. I mean, basically, Na'Vi try to figure it out, but they're definitely not expecting Crims to have an eye on window. A free kill. Seized is gone, the hero of the last round, tombed. Oh, no. And now Na'Vi down 2 players. Fnatic still very comfortable in this sort of situation.
Na'Vi going to go for a 3-man stack on B. I would love it. I think that's a great idea. Save the guns if they don't come B. If they do, maybe steal the round Fnatic don't really know what's going on. They are having Olofmeister on the other side, so if he keeps pushing, and he should take some sort of peek into A before the other 4 go into B. If he does, he's going to realize no one is there, but they need 15 seconds to run there, so they only have a couple more. Actually, they're going to start to go towards the B bomb side. This could be an absolute disaster for Fnatic. Guardian down on the side. He can hear them stepping right next. Simple gets one, and the headshot comes in. Quick double. They need the time here, 19 seconds. And Guardian not getting the flick this time, but still a 2-on-3. Molotov goes in. Crims, he can't put the bomb down. 10 seconds. Fnatic, they may have just given this round to Na'Vi, walking right into the stack. 6, 7 seconds, and oh my god! Na'Vi with a 3-man stack. They pull it back. 14-8 in their favor. Fnatic, one peek into the A bomb site would have probably given them the information they needed.
But with 30 seconds left, it's do or die. They had to commit.
I mean, you can make that run from B. I'm 100% sure you can make this run in about 15 seconds, 17 seconds from B hallways to the A bomb site. So at 30 seconds, they can do that. They can still get that run in. They just did not have the information. I mean, it sounds trivial. We obviously had the minimap to spot it, but it's the fact that they have Olofmeister, and even then, it was a 3-on-4, right? Sorry, 5 versus 3.
Yeah.
So they could have sacrificed Olaf to do it. Even if Olaf walks into the stack, they're just like, well, that's cool, you know?
Yep. No.
Oh,
I think, however, it's simple. That is just above and beyond. Back-to-back star performances from him. Those 2 kills in the round before, the one that Seas manages to clutch. And in this round here, you're thinking that's it. Even if they come rushing out, they're all on top of Simple. What does he do? He still gets 2 kills. The man shows up. This is incredible.
Well, Fnatic had done a good job hanging on. Now they're hanging on by a thread here. This is right at the limit. Triple Tech 9, 2 AKs, plenty of grenades. One decision, A or B, and they chose the wrong one.
Do they stick with this call? It doesn't look like it. Simple starting to rotate back towards that A site. Moment's hesitation, perhaps, but they add 3 on B. After making some noise and committing a Molotov to its early grave, it is going to be the bomb rotating back with a minute left on this clock. They haven't committed. Fnatic just taking their time about this. Hoping for Na'Vi to make a mistake.
Dennis can open up on Simple in the window here. They're right. Almost neck and neck in the smoke. Flamey's there as well, so I don't think Dennis is going to come out with more than 1 kill if he can. The patience almost showing. The rest of them with the bomb over on this side against Seized. And down in the bomb side itself is Edward. So 30 seconds once again. Are they going to be able to make the first part of this work? Edward. Seized going down first. Edward staying strong with a big double kill. And actually, I think Simple stole one of them at the end, but still, it's 15 rounds for Na'Vi here. 1 more. And they're going to make the semifinals here at SLTV Star Series. Simple dropping 30, nearly 30, 29 kills.
Yeah, 6 frags in 3 rounds. Simple continues to shine.
I wondered for a second if Edward was going to be quick enough to get up on the barrel, because I thought that's why Cease just sort of stood still there and waited.
If he was going to be contact?
Yeah, but didn't quite work out that way. Still, so worked out perfectly anyway. And now Fnatic. Default attack here. Tech9's, Deagle, UMP. It's going to be rough.
What a second half. And now it is a very quick execute onto the A site. Smokes galore. They have the nades and they have the Tech9s. Massive HE though. So much damage taken by Fnatic. And now Guardian alive on the site. Looking for that point blank AWP shot. Looking to deny the bomb plan. It's not going to happen.
JW gets 1 and Guardian taking a bit of damage. Dennis has gone down in the meantime. Still a 3-on-3 and pushing into CT spawn. Crims can't make it work. And bomb plant, it is at least down, but can they hold on for long enough? JW missing every single bullet, and that will be 16-8 here as Na'Vi take down Fnatic and move on into the semi-finals. What a performance. Winning the first map 16-6, the third map 16-8. They certainly deserve this spot.
Yeah. star performances here. Incredible clutches. As far as the execution is concerned, Na'Vi just look on point here on Mirage. It was a one-sided affair in the end, but it certainly, the score doesn't tell the tale of just how close it was, how Fnatic never said die.
No,
Fnatic battled to the bitter end.
I mean, I'm shocked they even held on for as long as they did. Some of these rounds were really ridiculous, but you can tell that the Fnatic team itself is starting to wake up more, like that they're still on their way back, and maybe it's going to take a couple of more months. But this was really an interesting quarterfinals. And Simple got to 30. And what a quarterfinals it was for him. He was out of control.
It really does feel like they're finally finding the balance here. It's been a months-long struggle for Na'Vi since Simple has joined, the changes that have been made. But also you have to give it to Andy. It seems like right now the team is on point, and the new coach, perhaps this is the change as well that was made. Starix leaving the roster, the active roster at least, getting replaced by Andy, their analyst.
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what it is that it comes down to, but you can feel the difference in watching them play. And even some of the upsetting rounds that they lost, and they lost a lot of them to CZs. That's the sort of stuff that can normally frustrate a team like Na'Vi, but they held on, stayed strong, and eventually just made it work. Yeah. We do have the whole desk ready, so please let us know what you guys think about this match.